On my post-race live stream after the Xfinity Championship was decided, I think I said something to the likes of, well, at least we won't have really a controversy tomorrow because everybody up there is pretty deserving of going for the championship. Yeah, I was wrong, and I will fully admit that. If 2024 was the breaking point for the playoffs, then I think in the eyes of a large amount of fans, 2025 has been the epilogue. This is just the death throes of a failed system in a lot of ways for people, and NASCAR fans seemingly got what they wanted from this format and the discussions we've had. The guy who scored the most points on the year ended up winning the championship. Maybe it's just NASCAR fans loving to complain. I think there's a degree of that for sure. But I do think that fans deserve the benefit of the doubt. If there are constant complaints about one simple thing in the sport, maybe they have something to say about it. And the fact that these have happened for so long and now we're only adding ammunition to it, well, yeah, I get it. And I think we need to look into why there's such an outrage when this was nowhere near as abysmal of a showing for NASCAR in total as 2024 was. Okay, to start with, Denny Hamlin for sure is part of the outrage. It's not that Denny lost. We've seen Denny lose pretty much every way possible before. It's how he lost and the buildup and everything like that. For those especially who bought into the format, this was a huge gut punch. He was leading with 3 laps to go. He had the damn thing in hand, and now, well, it's torn away. It's just a gut punch. Hamlin has been at this for 20 years. Fans have loved, hated, and seen him at his highest and his lowest. And in a lot of ways, I think people are endeared by that, even if subconsciously. Hamlin has had it in the bag also this year. It very much reminds me of 2016 Carl Edwards, when you knew that if nothing happened, more than likely, he's going to go on and hoist the trophy at the end of the race. Denny was. He was pulling away. He had a 3.5-second lead that was only growing by the lap, and he wasn't even taking it really that difficult or hard of driving the car because he was taking care of his stuff, because he's a smart race car driver. So I think that part of it too is to know it got ripped away under this format the way it did. And also the storyline about his father. His father has supported him since the day he started racing. He was there at the start of his Cup career and all the way through. And to know he's terminally ill, and to know the NBC did play that up a lot and talk a lot about that, it had to have been in everybody's mind. How could you not, as a human being, feel bad for a guy who's trying to win it for his dad like that? Now, another part of it, I think, is the sting of Saturday night with Connor Zilisch losing the Xfinity Series championship was still fresh in the minds of everybody. After Heim won on Friday, even though he probably shouldn't have been in that position to begin with, there was relief. And you could hear it from those on social media, those that were just around the country, as well as those who were at the track. The deserving guy won. We avoided catastrophe. And in less than 24 hours, it was gone. That goodwill was gone. Fans were pissed, people were questioning, and people defending were defending all over X. But Zilisch didn't just outperform Love and the rest of the field in wins. If that was the case, but he sucked the rest of the year, yeah, sure, he would have deserved to lose that championship. I mean, I don't think anyone's arguing right now that Shane Van Gisbergen should have been up there competing for a championship this past weekend. He just didn't perform all year. He performed at one type of track. But Connor Zilisch wasn't just performing at one type of track. He was on a god-tier run that was like a video game, like a Thunder 04 career mode when you look at the AI just performing out of this world. Zilisch didn't outperform in just wins. It was top 5s. It was top 10s. It was, for the most part, laps led, average running position, average finish, average start, everything. Zilisch was either at the top or near the top of in every measurable statistical category. While Love had a good year, Zilisch had the best year of all time. The anger definitely carried over to the next day, and in my opinion, the anger is definitely justified. Now, the funny part about the Cup race and championship is that for a lot of fans, Kyle Larson doesn't feel like a deserving champion due to the late caution and the circumstance 100%. People think he just lucked into it and didn't earn it. But the crazy part about this is Kyle Larson scored more points than anyone in the NASCAR Cup Series this year. It doesn't matter when it comes to the championship because of the system we have, but more just to show who got the stage points, who got the good finishes. It was Kyle Larson getting more points than William Byron, getting more points than Chase Briscoe, Ryan Blaney, and Denny Hamlin. Based on all accounts and all arguments against this season this year by the largest contingent of fans against it, the full season points guys, this should be what everybody wanted on that side. So why are people pissed? On face value, it seems dumb, but in my opinion, and it goes back to what we talked about with this argument, in my opinion, it's the ends don't justify the means for a lot of people. A lot of people are talking about, including Jordan Bianchi, that if you want full season points to come back, root against the likes of Connor Zilisch and Corey Heim. And I said over and over again, I couldn't do that. I don't want to root against the best because the ends don't justify the means. I want the arguments to hold up their own weight. And I feel the same here. Kyle Larson is the deserving champion under this format, and hell, I guess under a 36 race format too. Now, I think another point is there's a lot of apathy and anger in the fan base, and there's not much when it comes to positivity on the future in a grand scale. A lot of fans after 2024 hit the breaking point with Logano winning the championship after the mediocre season he had, and a lot of them now are the apathy side. You see a lot of the people who were really pissed off last year are talking about how they just feel numb. They don't feel anything, which is even worse than the anger side. And the anger side, I think, is a lot of people realizing how long this has went and that they don't like it. Now, a lot of it, too, is people just for the love of the game. They love the racing. They love the championship. And after all that happened, it's heartbreaking. That is sports. But when you look at the way that the fan base is right now, I think that it's pretty obvious why this is the reaction that's happening. And I think that leads to the biggest point of why we had an outrage here and why I think unless everything went perfect on the whole weekend, we were, regardless of any outcome, going to get this kind of outrage. I don't think in over 21 years of me watching this sport, and nearly a decade of me being on YouTube and working in and around this sport, I have ever seen it this bad with the fan base. There is such a fractured viewpoint, and it's all of NASCAR's making. If you want to blame anyone, blame NASCAR. Don't blame the fans. The traditional 36ers that want the full season points format versus the playoffs is the biggest debate right now. And it's only gotten dumber over the years went on, and it's only gotten nastier as the years went on. It's almost like holding up a mirror to American politics. That's how it feels right now to be a NASCAR fan, and that's not enjoyable. We don't talk about the racing. We talk about the format. We talk about the lawsuit. We talk about everything outside of the racing itself anymore. Hell, Ryan Blaney didn't even get an interview on TV. Hell, the champion raising the trophy over his head didn't get the interview on TV. We had to go to a football pregame show. Why shouldn't people be mad? And I don't mean to be crashing out over some of these things just on their own, but why shouldn't people be mad? That's what I need to ask. I'm sick and tired of hearing these media heads and personalities basically just pat fans on the head, act like they're stupid little minions that are just going to show up the next year. Newsflash, the ratings have went down just about every damn year. No, they're not coming back. It's not all the format, but there are serious problems, and it's time to take your medicine, NASCAR. It is time to go back, figure out where we went wrong, and right more of those issues. It's okay to expand. It's okay to go to different markets, but think about it like this. NASCAR right now is at a crossroads. They're talking about going back to their roots, but if they end up doing a 3-3-4 elimination style format, that's going to fall on deaf ears for fans. Yeah, you went to Bowman Gray. We did bring Wilkesboro back, which was awesome, and Rockingham, which is awesome. But at the same time, if you're just going to do the same mistakes you've done over and over again, I don't see how it changes. NASCAR's at a crossroads. You either go full on the entertainment route and you say to be damned with it, this is our identity now, or you do the traditional side of it, you get the legitimacy back into it, and you build from there. I don't think the middle ground of a 10-race chase works now. It would have worked 8 months ago. 8 months ago, when we didn't have a debate that NASCAR themselves cultivated with the committee they had, they would have been able to do a 10-race chase, and most people would have been happy with it. Now, the people on the playoff side are locked in, and I don't blame them. The people on the traditional side are locked in because they have hope for the first time in 20 years. I don't blame them either. You have made a fractured fan base, and I don't know what the fix is. I don't know how you fix it at this point, but legitimacy has to be the biggest stepping stone. Whether it is 10 race or full season, we'll see, I guess. I don't know where to go from here. But with that, I want to know, what was your biggest takeaway? I know there's a lot of people that are still pretty happy with what happened, but why? Why are you? And at the same time, if you're unhappy, why are you? I want to know down below. Why are you? Leave a like in this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel for more great and fun NASCAR content. Thank you so much to all my channel members for your continued support, and until next time, please have a good one.